I would say that, the biggest quick fix you can go for if you wanted to, like, as a DM, avoid the pitfalls of, you ever read those RPG horror stories where the DM is like too horny and they're kind of like coercing their players into erotic situations and it's all like cringe as fuck, or like you get like that too horny of a player that is like, oh, it's just like, they like just bring all that pent upness to the table, right?
Right.
Now, this is there's one little trick that can save those kind of tables. Just rub one.
Yeah, are we live right now?
Well, we are live right now.
Oh, we are? I mean, but we're not recording right now.
Well, you see...
When did you start recording?
You gotta pay attention, Sam.
This is what cues are for.
I got verbal cues and physical cues. Like,
None of that was a cue.
Well, I was too busy being blinded by your amazingly elegant shirt, sir. Like, sorry if I just stare into the, the abyss of the Hawaiian shirt and just lose myself.
I know, isn't his grip good? Like, dude, if I ever saw him on the side of the street, I'd just try to be his friends and then I'd jump him. I'd take that shirt.
That's what really matters.
I don't know. Sam in a Hawaiian shirt turns a straight man bi, I'll tell you that.
Is this really?
I mean, I didn't say it. You did. I was just thinking it.
I like black and I like flowers. So like.
Yeah, dude, and you put that do-rag on, man, you got the whole package. You stay, Sam, you stay where you're at. Don't come to me and take my snow bunnies. Leave them alone.
Snow bunnies? We went from talking about how post-nut clarity and rubbing one out before a game can keep you from being a sexual predator and a cringe lord at the table to Hawaiian shirts and then snow bunnies. What is going on here today?
Ben's going to have a time.
Maybe we should keep it on a narrative so it's not so random. Possibly.
Shit. Narrative schmarative. Let's start the show.
This intro.
All right, let's go. And 3, 2, 1.
And welcome to Dungeons and Talkshows, the talk show that brings you monsters, news, and homebrews. I am your host, Orion.
And I am your host, Sam.
We got another ethereal voice with us in the studio today, Sam.
Oh, another disembodied voice.
We get a lot of those. I swear I'm not schizo.
One of us must be.
Well, better clear the air and introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, everybody. My name is MercyPill. I am so glad to be here with the NerdMilitia. This is actually my first podcast, so I hope I'm not going to choke pretty hard on it. I appreciate you, Ryan, for the good introduction. Thank you. And Sam as well.
Thank you.
We try. Some harder than others, and some, I might even say that I try too hard, but I digress.
Hey,
you go hard or you go home, man.
Right, like Yoda said, there is no try, there's only do. So you got it.
I smack the fuck out of Yoda if he said that to me.
That sounds a little too.
Whoa, chill out. That dude get jumped by the whole Jedi Order. You really want that smoke?
Hell yeah, we want that smoke. Bring it on, bitch.
Sam, what are you? Bro, just chill there with your little Ryan shirt, dog. Don't worry about it.
Look, I'm gonna stake my claim right now. I don't like Star Wars.
Oh, that's something we should talk about today, man. You don't like Star Wars?
We already talked about this during our Star Wars episode. If you haven't watched that or listened to it, please go back and listen to it. It was a pretty fun one. But you know what?
Are you a Star Trek fan?
And you would think,
he looks like a Trekkie.
Look, I love space shit, and you would think that I would love that stuff, but I don't know. The way they've done the movies and the stories and the fan base, they just killed it for me, man.
I mean, the movies with Chris Pine wasn't so bad, but the old ones were like Will Shatner would just go around and just hit women in Galactic.
I don't want to go too deep in this, but I do like the Clone Wars, and I feel like at this point, like I don't even have to watch the movies because I already know what happens. Like I know the stories already.
I would check out The Mandalorian if you have
I've
a
heard
chance.
good things
But
about the Mandalorian, and I know there's that one where like the guy has like the katana lightsaber that's on like Disney Plus or something. I want to check that out.
The dark saber.
oh,
Yeah,
the what you call it?
The
it's like
dark saber. You know, it's a
No, but
like
What did
a
Sam call
lightsaber
it?
katana or something.
Yeah, so in the Star Wars community, you would have essentially been hung by the neck, but
Yeah, they would
I'll
have
allow
done
it
me
this time
for that for
for
less.
your insolence. I'm just kidding.
They hate me for less. I don't mind being a heretic. It's fine.
Heretic, burn the
Burn
witch.
the witch. It's a little late to
ah
get me
damn.
now, boys. Well, welcome to this week's episode. Hope you guys are having a good week. How are you doing, Orion?
Well, you know what? I did something really fun this week. I'm really proud of myself.
Oh
You see
yeah.
this knife right here? I learned how to throw it at a tree.
Mm.
So I'm just
I have a
Okay.
knife
feeling
very
like a
similar.
badass.
I have a knife
Yeah.
very similar that I used to do the same thing with. Here, let me get it for you.
Yeah. Ah, shit. We're
And all you
I
guys are
show
like
you
carrying
mine if
knives,
you
and
show me yours. You
Oh yeah,
know.
man. You know what?
I mean,
This was a
hey,
gift
look,
from a
I
friend
got
a
a
long time
toothbrush.
ago.
Ah, yeah. That looks balanced to throw. This one, like, it's pretty balanced. It's all right. But like, I didn't expect it to be any good for throwing. But like, I've been really into the Ranger's Apprentice lately.
Yeah.
And
I'm like
them
super
Rangers.
super
Talked
jealous
about
Yeah.
it a few
that
times.
Yeah.
I'm super jealous that I don't have a knife, but I do have a toothbrush, so I guess
Hey, if you ever get
that's
desperate
It's a
enough
that's
to
prison
pull
that's
that
knife.
bitch, yeah, man.
I mean, it could be a prison knife. You are absolutely
Look,
correct.
we had a prison guy on
The
here.
only
He
thing
goes,
that they're going to see when I jabbed it into their ribs is Colgate.
"Oh, man."
So, and then I'm going to whisper in their ears, be like, make sure you brush your teeth in the afterlife. And then that's it. I'm not responsible. Only God is after that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess so.
Oh man. So, sorry. How MercyPill? How was your week? Or how is your week going?
My week is going good. I'm my anti-socialness, my introvertness is kind of on the max right now. And I've just been
I
kind of
feel
like making content a lot and
Mm.
just kind of being in my
that. Oh,
room.
yeah.
So I think it's going good. I mean, things are looking out. We are making some progress on my end. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
How are all your guys' day going?
I've been doing good, and I've just been working a lot. I'm
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
should.
that work grind, but it's gonna pay off
And
in
then,
the long run when we get.
for any of the listeners who maybe haven't heard me talk about it, I'm hoping to, move to Virginia in the next few months. So, wish me some good
Oh,
luck.
better opportunities
Definitely,
out there.
definitely.
Nice, nice.
What else?
What part of Virginia?
In the Richmond area, I suppose. Nowhere specific.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah.
It certainly does.
You could be like a gated community, just coming out with your little Hawaiian shirt and you're like, "What's up?"
Oh,
I'm
never
on
that.
the
Look,
block.
if I see HOA, I'm gonna kill. Look, I've talked about the
Dude,
HOA
fuck.
before on this podcast. All right.
Oh yeah,
You guys
fuck
should
the
know
HOA.
how I feel about the HOA. If you have anybody who listens and they just happen to be in an HOA, you're probably fine. Keep listening and recruit us to your friends.
Yeah,
Right.
that is like you should put like that on like a Hallmark card or something. That was very nice. It's a very nice sentiment right there.
Thank you. So I understand you've been going through some name changes lately, and maybe some of your fans.
Yeah, some rebranding, you might say.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times, dude. It's like I'm having a identity crisis right now. Like I'm like 40 buying a Mustang and emptying my bank account and just justifying the fact that I have this Mustang, but like nobody to share it with. So, but yeah, I've branded a lot, but I think I've finally settled on what I am now. It's just that to anyone that watches this, I am truly sorry. All the people that support me, that I just kind of like get a switch up on you guys. So my bad on that. But I think I found my gravy because these new brands are popping off more than my old brands. So
Well, that's good to hear.
yeah.
what was your process from going from name to name, and what were all of your the names that you've gone through?
Well, I don't know how many names were I was. You guys have been there since the beginning, so like I'm gonna try to remember here. Don't quote me here,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
first of it was like the Yokai
Mm.
Shogun, and I liked that for a while. But then I was like, someone told me like if you're gonna make content about like Japanese culture, you should know a lot about it. And I was like, oh damn, you're right. Maybe I should do that. So I rebranded myself again to oh my god, like Yokai Oni, and then I rebranded myself again to just like Yokai, and then it was like the Last Black Samurai, and now it's what it is right now. So like, as far as the process goes, I don't know. Honestly, I have ADHD, and I'm just like, hey, there's a squirrel out
That
there.
sounds
But
like that'd be
that's
difficult
how
to brand.
it is. Like, you can't really brand ADHD. I mean, I guess you
I
could,
mean,
but like,
I've met a number of women who seem to think it's a replacement for a personality.
definitely for sure. It's always fun just losing stuff and then, misplacing cups and giving my roommate the same thing over and over again, even though he told me he doesn't like it. So, like, I love being absent-minded.
Well, you know what's
But
great for ADHD? Throwing
what?
knives at trees.
That would actually kind of be fun. And next time we could do that. But I don't really have trees around here. We could throw it at this little tree, but it's next to someone's house, so might have a knife go through the window.
I don't know. I just felt like a fucking badass throwing a knife at a tree and just nailing it. Like, and the only reason that I got the throw is because I was listening to this audiobook a few days prior. I was like, and then they mentioned something in the book about, you don't want to, depending on how many turns you want to get out of it, you got to hold it by like kind of choke up on it a little bit. And I was like, oh wait, hold on. I'm about so many feet away. I'm just going to pull up a little bit on the upper part of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it first try. So I was like, okay, maybe a little bit of reading does do some good,
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think you are correct on that. What kind of knives were you throwing?
It's just this one.
I can't see it because, unfortunately, I don't have the luxury like you guys. I'm just a peasant over
I don't know.
here.
It's like some kind of combat Bowie type knife.
Yeah, mine's about the same.
Wow. And is it medium-sized knife?
Let's see. That's at least like 8 inches.
If you're listening and anybody is a fan of knives, because I've always wanted to have a collection myself. Send us pictures or tell us about your knife collections or something. I would be very interested.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Like,
but my knife is maybe 5-6 inches.
I'd say mine's more like
how big is how big is yours? Show me yours.
Oh, mine's about like 9 if it's not like heavy on the handle, but it's used for multiple purposes.
Of course, yours would be not a 9-inch blade. The average knife length for an American is like 5 inches.
Man, you would have sword.
Not like 6.5, but like However, dude, if I lost some weight, brother, man, that knife would be extra like dangerous.
No, your extra weight is like extra padding. If somebody stabs you, they got to get through all the fat first.
Yes, this is true, and I could just absorb it.
I don't know if you watch My Hero Academia, but there's a character
actually
that
you're
represents
thinking like Fat Gum. That dude.
Character represents his ability very well.
So I actually never seen My Hero. I actually wanted to get into it. However, I've been watching like Chainsaw Man, and I've been like really into that. But like, awesome. I've seen some of what's his name, All Might, and it's just so funny how like the Asian culture has such a like stereotype with Americans because like that
Dude,
guy is just like a typical.
If you watch My Hero,
doesn't he have a?
Hold on.
Yeah, doesn't he have a move that's like United States?
Yeah.
Smash!
Okay, but wait.
Like he names his attacks after states, or it's like Detroit.
I don't want to spoil too much for anyone who hasn't watched the anime up to the recent, but the American number one hero, you could find this out. It's not really a spoiler or anything, but she is like the embodiment of America, right? And she's like the embodiment of America. She's free. She doesn't really work under anybody. She's like the number one hero because she wants to be.
Okay, so I haven't really gotten too much into that. Haven't really seen this character, but as long as she's some big booty blonde bitch, boom, America.
Well, dude, I was actually about to say that because I'm not sure what we can say and not say, but like I know some of the My Hero Academia girls are pretty.
So her name is
pretty-
Kathleen Bate, also known as Star and
Okay.
Stripe.
That sounds like some American shit. But
Dude, she's
I
awesome.
think we're getting away from the topic, Sam. Like,
no, I'm sorry.
I know that you have a certain monster set up for this week.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you get me talking about anime, we can go
Oh,
all night.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I also would jump in on that. I just want to say, is she the girl? I think
She's
it's
blonde
Midnight.
too.
I like her.
All right.
I actually have
is
a
there-
My Hero Academia parody in the work. So, like, if y'all are interested, be on the lookout on the Nerd Militia. We got a couple musicians working with me on it, so really looking forward to that one.
Could I be the voice actor for one of the characters, like All Might, and just give him like
I would
a
love
really
to be a
like
voice actor.
stereotypical?
I don't know
like,
who I could do
voice-
though.
You know what? We could always do a little bit of a bridging. That'd be some fun shit.
But before we continue, Sam, who's that character in My Hero that is? I think her name's Midnight. Is that her name? The one?
She's
Yeah.
with the black hair. She has like the
with the
pheromone
whip,
powers.
with the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, if you haven't seen Chainsaw Man, I recommend it. But there's a character in there. She's like the head of she's like one of the main like characters. But like the way she talks to the main character, dude, it's like, dude, why are you talking to me like that? Like you definitely know that's gonna get someone
Look, bro,
going.
it's
like,
power or nothing.
no need
I'm a
for
power
that.
stan out here. I know some of y'all like the scaredy cat girl, but all right, no, she's the wrong choice. Makima is also garbage. We simp for power out here. All right.
Power
Oh my god, you like power, dude?
Hell
Come on.
yeah. People be like,
nah.
I mean, power's cool, but I'm gonna make this quick because I know where you have to talk about your monster. But power's cool, but like her attractiveness level went down a little bit. Like when Denji had to like clean out. Yeah, I'm good with that. Like had to like take care of her essentially because she didn't know how to use the bathroom.
man.
But
I can.
yeah, dude, Makima needs to chill out with that. Stop talking like that.
Before we move on to the monster of the week, I'm going to tell you're both wrong. Because the chick with the eye patch, that's where it's at.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you like her the one that? I did. Did you see how much of Chainsaw Man did you see? Because I don't want to.
Oh, dude, I finished the first season. I'm good to go.
Oh, so you. Spoiler alert to anyone that's watching this. You
skip ahead like 40 seconds if you don't want a spoiler.
Well, listen, some people are into that. That ain't me. But you know what? When you're drinking, you're just drunk enough to not care.
Yeah, but like, dude, Chainsaw Man is like the type of anime that like I watched the first 8 episodes, and the way they like set it up and like cliffhanger, dude, it threw me through an emotional roller coaster. That's so mad.
I do like her, but my only problem with her was that like Denji is like 16. Right, so like she tried to like drunkenly hook up with a 16-year-old, and I'm like, I just can't vibe with that.
Oh, I see. Don't be saying that in the anime community.
Threw up in his mouth.
You'll be like ostracized, though. Because it's so funny because on Reddit they'll be like, yeah, you can join our subreddit, but don't mention the character's age. And then like someone would post a picture of like naked Katara, and then someone would be like, yo, this picture's 14, and then they'd get like obliterated by not only the mods, but like by the people there. It's like I thought we weren't mentioning age. Like
tragic. All right, so the monster,
dude.
Guys. What an episode.
Yeah, we can talk about anime all night.
Yeah, seriously, like that's not this podcast. If you want anime all night, we'll start another one. But that's not this podcast.
Anime all night is a good name, man. Holy
shit, that is.
Oh, I think it should be.
It's like stream name.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like
someone write that down.
Nobody steal it.
I am going to write that down. I can't leave it. No. You have to do it. But maybe, Orion, we could do that for like the Discord and have like a section for anime all night.
Yeah.
Where, like, we do podcasts on
Discord
anime.
event thing. Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway. So tonight's monster, right? You guys heard about it already. It's a Behir. When Zeus fucked the snake, he created a creature that slithers straight from a Harry Potter novel. J.K. Rowling could play the bagpipes. A snake with legs and the power of lightning at its fingertips. This monstrosity will leave a shocking example at what crawls in the night.
Wait. Did I hear that right? Like J.K. Rowling could play the bagpipes? Is this like something from Wiki? You reading a Wiki article up in here?
I will explain.
Right. So like I don't know what exactly you're reading, but like the first thing you said was like, "So Zeus fucked the snake," like, so casually, and it's like,
well, dude, it's Zeus. Like honestly,
look,
I know he'd be like fucking everything as an animal. Like, why?
I went deep in the trenches of mythology and found out something interesting.
Sam goes into the parts of the internet and mythology that some dare not go.
Oh, I do too, dude. People have called me the aficionado over here. So me and you, Tim, we need to link up after and converse.
So thank you to the person from Valley Arc for the suggestion. I don't want to dox you and drop your name, but if you do listen to this, thank you. So, like I told you, I went pretty deep in the lore, and I found out in Scottish Gaelic, Behir, right? Behir, I believe is how you say it, has often been defined variously as serpent, lightning, and thunderbolt. It's also referred to as Behir nymphs, a venomous serpent, and Nathair, meaning serpent and adder. The Behir is described as the largest and most deadly kind of serpent, or as a dragon, but without certain typical draconic features such as wings or fiery breath. It dwells in mountainous caverns and corries, valleys, and is equipped with a venomous sting. If a person is stung by the Behir, then he must head for the nearest body of water, such as a river or loch. If you can reach it before the Behir does, then he is cured. But if the monster reaches it first, then the victim is doomed. This is all mythology, by the way.
Wait,
dude. Like, I'm thinking, like, Zeus, like, we know he gets around, but, dude, that's really getting around, because, like, we went from Zeus fucked a snake to Gaelic mythology.
I'm thinking, like,
Wait. So Zeus is a dragon?
No. So I'm just kind of thinking, like, I was looking at this creature. I'm like, it goes back to, like, Gaelic mythology. It's like fucking Zeus, fuck the snake. That's what this creature looks like,
And you say that there's a dragon that's born that has draconic features but can't breathe and all
serpentine
that?
creature.
I'm gonna bring this up on the thing. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, put the picture up that I sent to you.
Because I mean, you mentioned that it like someone had to get to a certain thing before that dragon. It's like
so. Basically, what happens if a person in this folklore, at least, if a person was stung by the Behir, they must head to the nearest body of water, such as a river or loch. If they can reach it before the Behir does, then they are cured from the sting's danger. But if the monster reaches it first, and the victim is...
Look, that thing is fucking badass.
Yeah. Another cure for the sting in waters which the head for another snake has been placed. Oh, okay. Another cure for the sting is water in which the head of another snake has been placed. The Behir is considered one of the Fauth, a general term for various monsters and spirits associated with water. It is said that if a normal snake is killed, then its head must be separated a proper distance from its body and destroyed. Otherwise, both parts will come together and the snake will return to life as a Behir.
Damn, that sounds like like some yokai shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Gaelic mythology had some interesting things, and I hope we get to dip back into it again.
Like, I don't know, Greek mythology is one of my favorite mythologies, but like this is also like you said, like Gaelic. Like, there's a little bit of this in some Gaelic mythology. Like, dude, that is so far away from ancient Greece. Like, Zeus is getting around all corners of the world.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, what do you think he's going to do? Just stay in Greece and be like, I am satisfied?
I mean, Zeus is in different pantheons, He does show up in different,
Really? I didn't know this, but I guess in D&D it makes sense.
Think about it, the Roman version of the Greek gods are, the same, right? So,
more or less.
So anyway, I was able to find a few interesting stories that go back pretty deep into the lore of Behirs, right? So, John Francis Campbell in 1890 recounted a traditional story about a wicked stepmother who was the wife of an Irish king who gave the king's son a magic shirt that was a Behir in disguise. As long as the great snake remained coiled about his neck, the prince was under the stepmother's enchantment. But he was eventually freed from the Behir with the help of a wise woman. So
These
that's the
things are
story.
just crazy to look at.
Is this like a brothers? Like, is this a Brothers Grimm Disney? Like, what was
No,
going
this
on
is
here?
just a story that I kind of
Like, I'm intrigued.
yeah.
For
John
sure.
Gregerson Campbell, I don't know if they were related. In 1900, provided an account of the Behir. The big beast of Scans Lasso. Also, I'm sorry if we have any Scottish listeners. I'm about to fuck y'all shit up.
Oh no!
I'm trying my best.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
The Scan Lasso in Islay was one of this kind. It devoured 7 horses on its way to Loch Indal. A ship was laying at anchor at the loch at the time, and a line of barrels filled with deadly spikes, and with pieces of flesh laid upon them, was placed up from the shore to the ship. Tempted by the flesh, the loathly worm made its way out on the barrels and was killed by the spikes and cannon.
Damn. That's one way to lure a monster out. I kind of like that. Like, you just take this barrel, you're spiking that shit up, you're baiting it. Like, you got that's how you reel in the big one. You know,
this was allegedly like a real account. People were like, "This happened." You know what I mean? And there, I found another sighting allegedly. People saying they saw
legendary sightings. Okay,
Legendary
when
sighting.
D&D monsters hit reality, that's some wild shit already.
Territory. This is awesome. So in 1930s, I tried to line these up, in timeline. In 1930s, a Behir was reported seen on ground near Medulla in Glen Strathfahar and Skur La Pech. Jesus Christ. A group of fishermen saw a creature about 9 to 10 feet, 2.7 to 3 meters long, coiled in a gorge near Kilmarrack in 1975. It became agitated upon sighting the fishermen and swam away towards Beaufort Castle.
Beaufort Castle?
Yeah. It's pretty sick, I think.
Down by the loch.
Exactly.
And what about the Behir?
So now
I want to master a Scottish accent. If I could get like a Scottish coach, I could play a
have
belligerent Scottish dude.
Tell me how to say it. I don't want to go to Google Translate. I don't really trust that stuff.
Yeah, because Google's going to translate to Scottish very easily.
Right.
Yeah, actually, like, interesting thing about that, dude. I used to use Google Translate mostly for like Dueling Network, and I just go on there and start talking to German people.
Network.
But they outed me real quick, dude. They're just like, "That's not German," and I'm like, "Fuck you!" And I left. Like, that's the only thing I could do. Like, what am I gonna do? Try to argue that I got caught trying to catfish people when I was younger?
Good morning,
German Translate. Yeah, in German. No, that was like Russian.
Right, so getting into the Forgotten Realms lore here. A Behir was often mistaken for a wingless blue dragon. It had long snake-like body and could slither on the ground like a snake, but it also had 6 pairs of legs upon which it could walk or climb if it chose to do so.
It makes sense because they got lightning, dude.
Yeah, I would imagine anyone who is not familiar with dragons could easily mistake this for one. Each of Behir's 12 feet contained 3 clawed toes. They began life with 6 or 8 legs and grew additional legs as they ate.
Tell me about them toes.
They grew about 8 feet long, 2.4 meters per year. So they can get massive. Behirs had thick armored scales, much like a dragon. Their scales were colored in variations of dark blue, being lighter on their undersides. They had long, narrow heads, crocodilian in shape, with curved black horns on the top, which were used for preening. So, for anyone who doesn't, preening is when a bird strengthens and cleans its feathers with its beak. So, they're like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just these things.
Is that the noise they make? They just go.
Yeah. So Behirs were born hornless. Their mouths were full of many sharp, multicolored, translucent teeth that were valued for their gem-like beauty, and their bones were crystalline.
Dude,
That's actually
crystal
really cool.
bones? Like,
Crystal
if your party
So-
kills one of those, you're making bang.
Yeah, their teeth are like gems and their bones are like crystalline. Yeah, man.
Dude,
I mean, if you could survive.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, those I've
Like-
seen a stat block for a Behir. Actually, no, the one that I was looking at was a mecha Behir, because when I was running the Acquisitions Incorporated campaign, there was the possibility of my party fighting a mechanical Behir, which it's always fun to have mechanical versions of regular creatures. And I think that's where we talked about the Behir previously on our Mechanus episode.
Yes, I know we mentioned.
Yeah, because we were talking about Modrons, and then it's amazing how you can just make a any normal stat block. I was like, okay, yeah, but what if it was mechanical? And a mechanical Behir is terrifying.
I remember saying that I would come back to Behirs in the future, and here we are. What is it?
Oh, shit. Full circle, Sam.
Yeah, you speak it into the universe, it shall come back. It's probably because of that shirt you're wearing.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah. It does look like a lucky shirt. Like,
no, I do quite like it. So newborn Behirs were about 2 feet, 0.61 meters in length, while the typical adult Behir was around 40 feet, 12 meters, and weighed about 4,000 pounds, 1,800 kilograms. Behirs reached adulthood at the age of 10, and like other reptilian creatures, will continue to grow throughout their lifetimes, having to shed their scales periodically. Because of this, Behirs can sometimes reach gargantuan sizes.
Dude, these things weigh as much as a standard school bus.
A gargantuan Behir?
Yeah, and you want to make it, and you want to make it mechanical. Like, why?
Because I have mental health issues, and I take them out on my players.
Behir,
I also have mental health.
Been living like in a mountain for like centuries, and it just crawls out, and it's massive. Like it finally busts out the mountain. Your party like sees it in the distance. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's got you see lightning, crack
just
across the sky,
out.
streaks.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah,
all right.
That's just. That shit's crazy. Like, you're like, oh no, we're going against a blue dragon. Get ready for the flyby. Meanwhile, crawls out of the ground and fucks up the party.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, and then you have that that one fighter that's just like, I'm going to attack it despite the odds.
Despite the fact that I'm wearing metal.
Yeah. Like when I was a fighter back in my day, dude, I just like attacked anything. Like they'd be like, that's too strong. I'd be like, not for me, it isn't. I'm the hero of this day. Like, just like be like really weird about it. And then I was a paladin, and that all went downhill.
Oh yeah, really interesting. So check this out.
Yeah, dude. Nobody likes a paladin that has to uphold the law, even though like you don't agree with it.
It was a very different edition. It was a different time.
Talking about their bones and their teeth and stuff. So let's kind of go over their usages. I don't really go over this much. So their horns could be used to make ink necessary for scribing a magic scroll for a lightning bolt spell. Similarly, a scroll of neutralized poison often used ink from the Behir's talons, and that of the protection from poison used ink made from a Behir's heart. Their scales were sometimes used to make armor, much like the hides of dragons. The crystalline bones were used for scrimshaw. I don't know what that is. Bone-carved chimes, sculptures, and musical instruments were very common. Behir teeth were beautiful and valuable as gemstones and had a wide variety of creative uses. One such use was a strange type of Hululan music box that was invented at the Behir's Nest shop in Kerbal. Behir teeth formed plucking hooks that pulled on string made of Behir guts and electrum, while Behir ivory was used for other parts of these wondrous instruments.
They're just actively plucking ivory out of these things? Like, this shit's dangerous as fuck. How are you killing it without, like, a metric fuck ton of rubber?
I mean, these people, this is kind of their natural, creature. They're probably very used to hunting these.
Well, yeah, and it's like what, made of like very valuable things. So obviously, someone's gonna go out there and try to do that.
Hear me out. You take all the Behir teeth and make one of those like those Aztec looking shark. No, not Aztec. One of those little shark. Those Hawaiian shark tooth swords, where like it's all Behir teeth, and then you get like some Behir guts, and maybe you find like maybe the lightning gland. So you got yourself a little lightning tooth sword.
Like with the blade.
Yeah, I would.
Be sick. Yeah, you could definitely get creative, and I'm sure with a decent DM, we'll let you make something really cool.
I just want to turn monster parts into weapons and glory, Sam.
Man, what the heck? Like, Oh man, that's why I'm loving it that you guys are like actively like, what can I get from this creature? I'm like, man, what do you guys want? Like,
Dude,
I'll tell you, it's useful. Like,
you look at the curve on their fucking claws, dude. Behir karambit. That's all I gotta say.
absolutely. So talking about their, busting out of a mountain, right? They prefer to live in warm, hilly terrain. They made dens and caves, which are often in the side of high cliffs or hidden thickets.
Okay,
A Behir's territory usually encompassed an area of 400 square miles, or correct me if I'm wrong, 1 billion square meters. 1 billion square meters.
Okay, square meters makes a lot more sense considering how
400 square miles. Yeah, 1 billion square meters.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been simplified to a bunch of kilometers. So I'm not afraid of the metric system like a lot of Americans are.
Hey, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt the podcast, but does it show when I get disconnected on your end?
It does. I notice it. Because
I'm having really bad internet connections, and I don't want to stop the flow of the podcast. So, if it continues to happen, I might have to take my leave.
Understandable.
If that happens, then it'll be okay. But we're glad to have you on while you're here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm coming.
And I will try my best. What'd you say, Starboy?
I'm coming towards the end of my segment here.
Oh, no. Take your time. I'm just saying if I disconnect again, then I'm probably just going to, that's going to be it. So that way you guys don't have to keep dealing with that when you're trying to, conduct a business here.
Yeah,
so
no problem.
I apologize.
If you've heard some of our episodes, we've had some real technical difficulties.
Yes.
Professionals, as we pretend to be.
I think I know what it is. It's just that they probably heard that I was capping about my 9-inch knife, so that's why I'm having issues.
Did you tell them it was just an innuendo?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did not. I told them what you really gonna do about it? You want to see? Because I can guarantee you don't want to look. And then they're just like, well, we're gonna disconnect your internet.
Even better.
So
he's getting canceled.
Oh, John.
Yes, I'm getting canceled. Anyway, sorry, Sam.
No problem. So check this out. So despite their nature, Behirs were popular subjects of breeding in Rua, which is their natural region. The varieties of Behir breeds was as diverse as the breeder's imagination allowed. They varied in size, color, and were used as guard dogs or small handheld pets. Behir hatcheries consisted of long, shallow pools of water. They were fed with fish and eels. Those Behir not sold alive were butchered and used for material components and crafting materials. Behirs were capable of speaking both common and draconic.
Dude, I want to know what one of these motherfuckers tastes like.
I mean, they're neutral evil, so I mean, you could talk to one.
What does evil taste like? And can I put it on a bun?
Well, they're monstrosities.
So wait, you can interact with them?
They're creatures. I mean, they're monstrosities, so they're semi-sentient. They're intelligent.
Right. So these are the ones that can't fly or anything.
Right. They're just serpentine, no wings. 12.
So I would really ask the Behir. I was like, why are you such a trash ass dragon?
Well, they're not dragons. They just kind of get mistaken for dragons often.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what? Okay, so what are you gonna do? Run at me? You know what I mean? You got nothing.
Man, they got so many legs. They could run full tilt.
How fast can they travel?
I'll get there in a minute.
Okay. All right.
They're pretty fast. So, moving into the ecology here, the Behirs were usually solitary creatures, but could be found in mated pairs, though this only lasted until their eggs were hatched. They were most active during the day, and during winter months they hibernated. Mating took place in early spring, after which females will produce between 1 and 4 blue-green leathery eggs, which were then buried under sand or dirt. There were conflicting reports about how long it took for the eggs to hatch. Some sources claimed it took 8 months for them to hatch. Others insisted that it only took 3 to 4 weeks. The young were driven from the den soon after hatching.
Dude, hear me out.
Yes.
You have a player mission, right? And the problem is you're you're in a mountainous area and it's Behir mating season, and it happens every year, and they call upon adventurers every year to deal with the problem, but it's stupid dangerous.
Yeah, that definitely sounds. Holy shit.
Well, you thought the male Behir was bad. It's the mamas you got to look out for.
Oh, yeah. And keep in mind, these are CR11 creatures, so they are on dragon level. Like,
I wonder how much the eggs sell for, because we could probably steal them while they're mating.
yeah, it's the egg.
You know,
I'd probably imagine
Stealing eggs during Behir mating season? God damn, you got some cojones, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, you're the one, dude. You're the one that's like, I have mental illness, and I wonder what it tastes like. So hey, might as well add on to it.
I mean, they're used as pets and ranching creatures. So I mean,
you can use a Behir as a pet, dude. Could you imagine having a guard dog and someone breaking your house?
They are used as guard dogs by the people native to this country.
That's
just
wild,
breed
dude.
mini Behirs. It's like the Chihuahua of Behirs,
because their sizes are so diverse. You can kind of keep them, small.
Having one as just a pet is
live
crazy.
out long enough with the proper ecosystem, and they're able to thrive. They can get massive.
Dude, you could have your big bad be a Behir breeder.
Oh my god, another Behir.
Could.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
A Behir breeder that's had enough of this country's bullshit. So he's going to take it over with his hand-raised Behir army. Nothing can stand against that.
Dude, if I looked out and I saw Sam on his Behir army with his little shirt, dude, I'd automatically think it's just the end of the world. I just well, it's time to pack up.
Yeah, let's get into the stats and stuff here. So they are a huge monstrosity, neutral evil, like I said. They have a 50-foot movement speed, at a climb speed of 40 feet. So they are fairly fast.
Holy
shit's fast,
50
dude.
feet in 6 seconds. So they're schmoving. They have a strength of 23.
Boys.
Yeah, they're scooting along. Dex of 16, Constitution of 18, Intelligence of 7. They're not too smart, but they're smarter than an animal. Wisdom of 14, Charisma of 12. So they're about as small or smart as what would it be, like a gorilla, something like that, something like that, like a talking animal.
I think
that'd probably be just above a gorilla, but that's still terrifying.
In that range, yeah, smart enough.
Does a Behir have? Wow, I can't even pronounce it. Does a Behir have does it have the ability to think introspectively?
I mean, that's up to the DM's discretion of this level of intelligence. If they're able to, I always rule if they're able to communicate, especially speak common, and they have some semblance of a society, then I would imagine that they have some reasoning, some motive.
Because gorillas are one of the very few animals that actually can they can make weapons and philosophize. So
I would imagine
they think almost like humans.
That they would have the same kind of personality as dragons. They're kind of oh, I'm amazing.
That means these things could ambush.
Yeah,
these things could be ambushers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they could plot.
Orion, why are you adding more to this, dude? This is already scary as it is.
Just wait till
bro.
I'm about to go into their abilities here. Their most interesting stuff. They have the bite attack. That's pretty basic. They have the multi attack. They make 2 attacks, one with his bite and one to constrict. So this constrict ability, one large or smaller creature takes 2d10 plus 6 bludgeoning damage, plus 2d10 plus 6 slashing damage. And the target is grappled. If the Behir isn't already constricting a creature, the target is restrained until the grapple ends. So,
grappled and shredded.
Yeah, once you are restrained and grappled by the Behir, he may just shred you up, bite you, hit you with a lightning breath, or he may swallow you. The Behir makes 1 attack against a medium or smaller creature that is grappling. If the attack hits, the target is also swallowed and the grapple ends. While swallowed, the target is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and the other effects outside the Behir. It takes a total 66 acid damage at the start of each of the Behir's turns. A Behir can only have one creature swallowed at a time. If the Behir
it can only take one.
Yeah, if a Behir,
Wait, does that mean that if it can? No, I'm a terrible
what?
DM. So
What?
I would say that if you have two small characters,
I would rule
that's the
so.
same as swallowing one medium character.
Yeah, I would say because it is a medium or smaller, so it just can't swallow anything large.
Yeah. So
Okay.
okay, well, we will
Unless I
we
would
will
say,
eat halflings.
depending on the size you choose to run this at, you can flex, whatever size you let it swallow. But if the Behir takes 30 damage or more in a single turn from the swallowed creature, the Behir must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. At the end of that turn, or regurgitate the creature, which falls prone in a space within 10 feet of the Behir. If the Behir dies, a swallowed creature is no longer restrained by it and can escape from the corpse by using 15 feet of movement, exiting prone. So we talked about this lightning breath, right? So let's get into the nitty-gritty damage and checks of this. This is a recharge 5 to 6. The Behir exhales a line of lightning that is 20 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each creature in the line must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, taking 12 d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success.
That's worse than a lightning bolt.
That's a lot. I'm gonna look.
Well, it wouldn't matter when you're dead.
Quick for reference here.
That's dude.
So
that's
an adult
powerful.
blue dragon's lightning breath does 12d10.
Okay, so it has the attack potential
about the same,
similar to a adult blue dragon.
Woof. That's a strong boy.
I would say so.
What are the chances of encountering this?
I mean, it's up to your DM.
Oh my god, I hate that, dude. That should be like a shirt. It's up to your DM. Dude, DMs can be pretty shiesty characters.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but there is actually a sub race of Behir. There's not too much to talk about, but they are a little more interesting. Right. They are a much smaller, more magical cousin of them. And here,
is it a salamander?
No, let me get a picture. I don't know how to explain. This was a third edition creature.
Oh, a third edition. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and grab a picture for you real quick.
Okay, I'm interested to see what this looks like. Yeah, you pop that in chat.
I think it's I think it's awesome that you guys include me in sending these pictures when I can't leave my screen or I'll disconnect. It's like you guys are like the kings, I'm the peasants, and you're just throwing scraps down, and I'm just like, thank you. Thank you, sir.
There you go. So that's what that boy looks like. It's called the Haruan Behir. So, like all Behir, the Haruan variety had the appearance of an elongated crocodile with over a dozen legs and brilliantly colored scales adorned with many horns.
Dude, this thing's like Alien decided to have some offspring with a Behir.
Yeah, and what's interesting, a Behir is a monstrosity. This is a magical beast, and they are a challenger of 6, and they are always neutral.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't say anything about them speaking.
They're magically indifferent.
Yeah, basically. Some species were about half as long and were less than half as heavy. They were also selectively bred as pets, with breeders choosing to emphasize traits of unique colorization and the sheen of their scales. Due to selective breeding, Haluran Behirs were noticeably less intelligent than the larger breed. Yeah, so these would be
like these things.
What they would use for pets. Oh my god. Check this out. So these Behirs were often kept as guardians, occasionally as pets, and often rarely for sport fighting. This activity was looked down upon, but not exactly considered illegal. People would often put muzzles on them that would often
it's not illegal
made of leather.
Per se.
Wait. What did they do? Because literally Orion
Haluran Behir dog fights.
Okay, see, that's not where I thought you were going, and when Orion cut you off, I really thought you were going to a deep, dark place, and I was like, yeah, it would make sense, I guess.
That's interesting. Yeah. I know you were asking about, the pets, and so I know the regular Behir can be, kept small, but these are, selectively bred to be smaller and to be kind of...
so like a teacup Behir? That'd be so cool.
Teacup Behir, I love it.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Teacup Behir basically turns into just like a little
Here, oh my
like you
god,
kind of wear it like
That-
a boa.
that's got
So
to
it's
be our
just draped
thumbnail.
around
Yeah.
you, and now you have a lightning attack, just casual,
Our
like
thumbnail has to be a Behir
fluffy.
in a cup
Get
shooting
them.
lightning out.
Listen, like if you ever remember like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where like they had to pick their dragons and it's the little dragons from the bag. That's what I picture a little teacup
And
here.
there's no stat block for them, so DMs out there, feel free to make one for them.
I like the
There you
idea of just like a
go.
little,
Good idea.
like one of those tiny ones. Just have it wrapped around, draped around like a big old scarf
You know
boa.
what?
You know.
I mean, a CR6 is kind of
Yeah.
high for a familiar, or something. But if you have a player that wanted like a ranger, like a Drake Warden type deal, I would probably.
Ooh, that's definitely the reflavor you could go for.
Yes, I would absolutely allow them to have one of these, depending on what it does. Maybe give it like a lightning bite or something. But
Ooh, guys,
guys,
what if a mob boss has one of these things hanging
dude.
around him, like I was saying, and it's just like, okay, cool,
yeah,
and then like as almost like a legendary action, like once every 2 rounds, boom, like you use the recharge ability, it just fires off a lightning bolt. I mean, it's tiny, so it's less than a normal one, but the sheer power of that would still be devastating. Like you're fighting this guy, and then all of a sudden,
a little ball of lightning that explodes. I would be down for that.
Yeah,
You said this was a mob boss that had to be here.
So fun.
That's where my brain's at. Because like, could you imagine? You're finally fighting Gerard, the mob boss, and he's like, "Oh, you come to fuck with me, eh? No."
Yeah, I was just
I'm
thinking
about to
like
fuck you up.
he'd be like
Fluffy,
he'd be like,
get him.
hey, yeah, I was just thinking that he'd be like, yo, hey Frankie, how's your mother doing? How's the spaghetti's doing? But hey, come on, let me talk to you there for a minute. And then like you just get killed by the beer. Like I've got to feed him. So like that would be funny, dude. Like Al Capone back in the day having a Behir and just like rolling up
that's
on
what
like
I'm saying. Like, dude, Xanathar is like the big kingpin of the Xanathar Guild, he's got his goldfish. Why couldn't a regular mob boss have just a dangerous pet like that? I would imagine that kind of shit would be on the regular. Like, I think we should add more dangerous pets for boss fights. Like, everyone's like, okay, you don't have enough when like you're always having your players blitz through your bosses. Well, what if some of the minions that your boss has is literally dangerous pets that he's just got kind of up his sleeve, draped over him? He's like, okay.
I always love the idea of like, it doesn't have to be a big bad, or a character just in general that's kind of like a beast master, and they just have like wide a range of like creepy, like dangerous creatures that they're kind of like,
absolutely.
I love it. I don't know if it exists, but if there's a homebrew of that, maybe a class or something.
Sam, remember that campaign when you were playing that Dragonborn, and like you guys, the first town you guys make it to, there's like a baby bullet kind of like tearing up the streets, and y'all were about to fucking end that thing, and this guy comes out of nowhere. He's like, no, don't hurt my pet, and he was like a bullet breeder.
Yeah, I know the specific breeders exist, but I want like a class where I'm like a monster tamer, you know what I mean? And I got like 3 or 4 creatures that I could like use in combat. That'd be sick.
You play 4th edition, Sam?
I have not played 4th edition.
Oh well, he said Dragonborn. I only remember Dragonborns being introduced in 4th edition.
They're in 5th edition.
Maybe
I think they were in third edition.
So,
yeah, in 3rd.
Okay, so when I played 4th edition, that's when I played Dragonborn. Dude, I actually have like a story of a DM that made a broken Dragonborn character, but I'll probably just save it for like later. But it was quite broken. I was glad we didn't fight him.
We can go ahead and take our break right now. You can go ahead and tell that story, and maybe cut it in as like our break.
I mean, he can tell that story. I mean, you go take your break and whatnot, and just hit that bathroom real quick and be all good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, tell us about it, dude.
Oh, so just I'll make it quick without going into the semantics of it. But like I had a DM, his name was Derek. We called him the Dragon because like he really earned his nickname during dodgeball. But he made a character called Legionnaire, and it was a black dragonborn that would always just like lurk in the shadows with an Organization 13 coat from Kingdom Hearts because he really liked Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
And
it's a phase.
Legion. It was, dude, and I'm glad because I was a fighter, dude, and I was ready to fight Legion. But like Legion was so overpowered that I thought I would probably get one-shotted. But anyways, his abilities was like when he took damage, like physical damage, he would be able to deal that back to you times 10 of whatever you're rolling. And also he had Bloodied, which is a Dragonborn ability, which also doubles his damage. So like if you hit him for like 50, he would do you for 50 damage. It would for 50 plus his damage, so it would stack. Every time you attacked him, he would absorb that damage and then do it to you 10 times forward. So also, when you tried to hit him from a range with magic, any damage that you did to him with magic would heal him for that much. So like it was just a hard time, dude. Every time we encountered him, he was only used for like the progression of the story, and I'm so glad because like that guy would have easily he would have easily soloed us, all of us, like no problem, pretty much.
No doubt.
And I'm like,
4E was just a different time. My first introduction to D&D was in 4th edition. I believe I was playing with you and some other people at our high school at the time.
Yeah, I really was. Was that in gaming club?
It was.
I think, or
then like Adam Parent had this great idea of ripping the arm off of the zombified old lady and then just beating her with it, and then like she was still unresponsive. So I was like, okay, there's something going on in this town, and these people are weird. And then a bell goes off, and it's like some Resident Evil shit.
Yeah, I sometimes miss school.
Wild
man.
stuff.
Like,
one thing led to another. We ended up burning down a building.
Yeah, I heard we heard about that, and everybody like thought it was us, the nerds, because we were always like that one group in the library by ourselves.
Well,
and like people just didn't quite understand who we were.
Well, I was definitely a part of that session. That was my first introduction as a cleric.
Yeah, but like people underestimate us nerds, dude. Like they straight up would just be like, "Wow, you guys are creepy playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the corner of the library," and like, my blue eyes, things like that. And in reality, we have
dragon.
Yeah, you activated my trap card. But I always think of Weeble, dude. That was a goofy motherfucker in Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyways, but dude, some of us nerds could be real assholes back in the day too. And always getting into some shit, pretty much. It was a good time to be alive because I was the only nerd out of that whole group in the library where.
He was in mid-explanation. Oh, what a time, what a time. No, that's not how we do things, sir. I think he might be peacing out for the rest of the night.
Well, we prepared for this.
Yeah,
we're almost, coming to a close here pretty soon.
Technical difficulties we're no stranger to those.
Not at all, not at all.
Oh, I guess we do have him coming back in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can't keep a good man down.
I guess so. Are we still on break?
Oh, yeah,
we're still running,
Oh, because I was going to say then I would probably just call it here because like I keep disconnecting. So
yeah, that's perfectly fine, dude.
I'll definitely catch you guys on. I'll actually tune into your stream when I get off while I'm doing stuff. But like, how long have we been streaming for or
about
doing the podcast? Oh, perfect. At least I was able to stay that long.
I'm going for another half hour or so.
Yeah, we'll cover our Well, we don't exactly have news this week. It's been kind of a dead week. And, it's to be expected because the news that's dominating the week is like, I guess Trump got his mugshot,
I mean, maybe our homebrews are a little bit longer, maybe, I think. In the
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little.
Maybe a bit of a short episode this week. That's fine.
It's a little. I think it's old news now, but you could talk about like the whole thing that's going on TikTok with the what's her name, baby doll creator. I think that as.
What? I don't know anything about that. Is this some tabletop stuff I was unaware of? I'm not a TikTok guy, so.
No, I, you guys are mostly on the other end where TikTok's like my main thing, so I'm on there a lot. But pretty much this girl, I think her name's like Baby Doll. I'm probably pronouncing her name or username wrong, but she essentially paraded a trend on TikTok where you know how you make memes, but you're actually the meme yourself. So she'll go and live stream and sit there, and people will come in and watch her for like 3-4 hours straight of just being like her saying yes, 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 no, 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 thank you. Like she'd literally be acting like a meme. Like
that's
not even
acting like
normal.
A meme. That's simulating the most stereotypical and like the worst stereotypes of mental retardation. And
okay, you can chalk it up to that, but
live, right?
But dude, she blew up on that and got a lot of followers, a lot of fans, and like a lot of deals and stuff. Even like the news, dude. Even the news were like, "What's going on here?" And then they came over and they literally reported her, and like now she's famous, and she has talked to many people in the space, all because she decided for 8 hours straight to act like a meme. And it's like, hey, get your bag.
Isn't memeing. That's like, oh, hey, I'm going to be Ducky from The Land Before Time.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to have to, like, I'm going to have to send you guys on Discord. I'm going to have to send you guys what she does on Discord. But guess what happened now, Orion? Everybody is doing it. So every time I open my For You page, people are online doing the whole. Some people are dressed up in like Pikachu outfits, and they're just like Pika Pika, and it's like, bro, man, I wish I'd thought of that.
No, I'm glad you didn't. Have some self-respect.
I mean,
hey, you gotta get that bag, Orion. You gotta get that bag, dog.
Dude, dignity is worth something.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, we love views as much as the next guy, but
every porn star ever
TikTok doing shit like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. I sometimes hear it in my sleep when I wake up. But I'll be sleeping and all I hear is yes, 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 and I'd be like, no, no, no.
That's
like,
just,
you know what I mean,
dude. Like, I got family members that suffer from like actual problems that kind of make them sound like that. And it's just kind of insulting hearing that someone's actively going out there and pretending to have this issue for the sake of memes.
You guys are disrespecting the disabled person. How dare you?
Differently able.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Doing a
I'll send you guys some videos.
What's wrong with you? Think it's funny?
What I can do,
people? Huh? See, on this podcast, we love disabled people, okay? They, you know what? We treat them like everybody else. We make fun of you like everybody else, huh? Bet you wish you had legs, huh? Correct.
I could. I'll send you that stuff that we just talked about, and then maybe that's something we could talk about next podcast.
Please, no, don't. No, I'm going to distance myself. I will exclude myself.
No, Orion, dude, we're the Nerd Militia. We stick together. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer.
No, I'm a parent. I've suffered enough.
I'm a parent too, so we can suffer together. But no, if you don't want me to send it, I won't send it to you. But I will drop it in the Discord somewhere.
No. I've known pain. My players once used a wish spell to wish for over 500,000 gold on an airship and proceed to break the airship with the sheer amount of gold in the cargo hold that I had to calculate.
Why?
All right,
what
guys.
Are you trying to buy?
I hope that you guys have a good day.
Oh, wait,
or night.
Before you go, you got to plug your content, sir. Where can people find you at?
You can find me anywhere, like your mom's basement, in the woods. I mean, like, where do you want me? Because like I'm an extra in this life. But no, on a serious note, you can find me on TikTok. I mostly do my dealings on TikTok under at. Wow, I'm forgetting my stuff here. At. Wow, dude. Okay, so
Just give him
like, dude.
to be
All
fair,
right.
he's experiencing brain rot from these memes
What-
that go
what's
on
your-
for
what's
8
your
hours.
What's your
Yes. So, I think it's Made Savagely. That's my on TikTok.
Okay.
But I also go by MercyPill, so you can type that in. You can find me on YouTube, not very active, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay.
So,
well, if
also
you
on
have
the
a
Discord,
link
the Nerd Board.
tree or put one together, we will leave a bunch of links to your stuff in the description when we're done with the show and everything. So you send those to me, and we'll get
Okay.
those all set up for you, bud.
So pretty much Orion's telling me that I have failed trying to plug myself, so now he just wants me to be quiet. Okay, I understand. Okay, Illuminati. Okay,
I was putting it softly.
All right, I do apologize for the fumble there, but exactly what Orion said, you could find me there, and I will put it in there. I thank you guys for having me on, and these guys are awesome. So make sure anybody that's watching out there, definitely come check them out because they're great people, and just stay for the laughs. That's pretty much it. Like, have a good time.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Good night. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, sleep well, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right. Well, it was fun having him on.
Oh, thank God he's gone. No, I'm kidding.
Don't be like that.
Just kidding. We love you.
Ah, damn.
All right.
Wild stuff, Sam. Wild stuff.
This is an interesting episode for sure.
Dude, that yes is gonna haunt me, and I haven't even actually seen the video.
It's gonna make me want to look it up and then regret it instantly. I'm never gonna.
Don't. You have brain cells left.
So, what's next for us? Do we have a Descriptify for this week?
Oh, we do have a Descriptify. Now, the Descriptify for this week is more of a a hobbyist term to do with D&D. That grognard. Sam? Do you know what a grognard is?
I do not.
So, okay, a grognard. It's a kind of an older term. It refers primarily to kind of like the old guard of the D&D community, the dudes that have been around since AD&D second edition. You know, I don't like this newfangled stuff that's going on in D&D type guys.
Of D&D.
Yeah. That basically they're like, okay, they're kind of like the old school gatekeepers of the hobby.
Yeah, the boomers.
Yeah.
No disrespect to boomers, but the boomers.
The D and boomers.
Yeah.
The D and doomers.
Sounds about right. Yeah, but what about them?
Well, there's an entire term that's kind of based off of the old French term grognard, which it's a term that started in like the Napoleonic Wars around like the start of the 1800s, and some people even kind of suggest that it might have been coined by Napoleon Bonaparte himself as a term of endearment. Now, this term kind of like finds its roots in like the old school, like the wargamey parts of D&D, because like before we had D&D as we know, it's very much a wargamey community, and kind of like and that term kind of bled over into describing the people that kind of the gatekeepy old guard, essentially. I know I'm over-explaining that part, but you get the idea. I kind of like the term just because it sounds funny.
Sorry about that. So what does this actually mean? Like, how do you use this word?
It's just it's more of like like you're describing someone. It's like, oh, hey, that guy's a total grognard.
Right.
It's like, yeah. Me and my buddies, when we play, we're total grognards about the situation. Like,
Okay.
He was a real grognard.
So basically, to encapsulate this episode, we told you how to disrespect your players with the Behir.
Yeah.
Now
Major
we're learning how
disrespects.
to disrespect your players verbally with a dictionary.
Yeah. Disrespects.
And then, next we're going to turn it all around and we're going to respect these homebrew creators.
Respect. Well, what are you gonna do?
RESPCT.
Tell you what that means to me.
All right.
Ah, damn.
You go ahead and start us off.
It's some wild stuff.
Yeah, what did you bring today?
I did bring a thing. Let me just grab that right here.
Where's it? I want to see it.
Yeah, let me just pull it up. Wrong tab. Maybe one day I'll learn how tabs work.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to pop that in the chat so you can see it beforehand.
Thank you.
Because I learned my lesson from last time. That's the fun thing here at Dungeons and Talk Shows. We're learning as we go.
Ooh, I like this. This looks cool.
It is, and it's a courtesy of IDBN. He just posted it a couple of days ago. He seemed like he was a little excited about it, and I was like, okay, I'll have a look. And honestly, we've had him on the show before, and he doesn't miss when he puts out content. He just it's always good.
Greater factotum. Interesting.
So I guess that leads us right into our homebrew segment.
Yeah, please explain.
So we got the ancient architect, and let me tell you a little bit more about it. As we generic realm. Yeah, the phone soundboard is on the fritz, so I do it manually.
All right, sorry, excuse me. I just had to. All right, continue.
Oh, please. So, the ancient architect. Now, we all know our warlocks got their patrons. This is an ancient mechanical patron, a patron of Mechanus.
Oh, yeah?
If you will.
Dude, okay, wait. So, remember when I talked about this and I was like, what happened if I want to play a Warforged, like cleric or, warlock? How could I make Primus like my thing? Remember?
Yes. And that's exactly it. Because,
this is what
it's kind of like it walks that boundary and it totally could imbue you with power. Because this is the ancient architect subclass.
All right. I'm very, very excited for this.
Okay, so I'll read the flavor text because I do like me some flavor text here.
Me too.
The first size core of silver shudders and transforms, releasing a resplendent creature of metal and crystal from its millennium-long slumber. The glowing eyes of the factorum flicker and take the world around it. Its mechanical gaze lingers on you. It bows low, recognizing its new operator. In a kingdom that once destroyed by man's ingenious foolishness, the ancient architect repurposed soulish machines of war into caretakers to prepare the land for humanity's return. These were the factorums. Once their task was completed, these powerful automatons returned to their slumbering cores, waiting for the signal that they would be needed again. Since the Factorum have rarely been seen, but there are rumors of living constructs of silver and sapphire wandering the plains are whispered in tomes and of reverence and fear. Ooh, tones. Okay. Through daring adventures, careful study, and foolish luck, you have lucked into some secrets of the ancient architects and awoken a factorum of your own. Studying the ancient architect of these architecture of these superlative examples of astounding artifice, you'll surely reveal more of their knowledge and power. Okay, so he's got like this whole like background to it, but like we were saying before, you could totally reflavor this as like, okay, defining your power from mechanics, you know?
Dude, because I've always thought the idea of the way that Primus operates, you know, the way that he kind of exists, it's very interesting, you know. And to have him kind of be like a warlock patron, I feel like that would make you very, very odd.
Well, I think
you would have to be, you know, to like be chosen by Primus, like, you know what I mean? And I've always wondered, like, what the interaction between Warforged and, you know, Primus would be.
Yeah, like, it's just so interesting. I actually, you know what? I screwed up. I should have put this right on the stream with the rest of us here. Mm-hmm. Let me just move that to where it ought to be. And there we go. There. So going into it, we got the extended spell list, which gives us arcane weapon and identify at first level, at second level enhance ability and scrap, then at third level dispel construct and lightning bolt, at fourth fabricate and repair, and finally at fifth level we got arcanist intelligent assistant and light cannon. So
ooh, light cannon.
That's some cool shit.
Like, this is like pretty much exactly like what I was thinking too. Like this, the figure next to the feminine one, you know, this kind of reminds me of like Titan, but more of like a mage form. Like, you know, he looks a lot lighter.
Yeah. It seems to be. It's almost like it looks like it's going to be like one of those kind of things where it's like almost like a Digimon Digidestin thing, where it's like you got like this
is that what it is?
That manifest like, dude, you got this.
Oh, I didn't even notice. So she's the architect, right? Or like,
yeah, I don't know, like the flavor text is like, okay, you discover this ancient being, and it's like, okay, it's at your disposal, you know.
This is okay. I understand.
And it's also your patron, so you're divining power from it, but it's also like a construct.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, so at level 1, we got Awakened Factorum. You have awakened and bound an ancient relic of the architect. A Factorum core, once awakened, this fist-sized object made of cool, smooth metal and glittering crystal forms itself into a medium construct that artistically approximates your species. Okay. That's a cool little
okay, so I understand. There. So this girl went to the factory, right? Found the relic of the architect, which was the Factorium core, which is this figure.
Yeah.
Form.
You see the little core thing in its chest, and then like it forms itself into like an approximation of what your species is.
So it kind of reminds like a Zatch Bell. Oh my god, you could have a Zatch Bell campaign.
Holy shit. You're not wrong, actually.
Okay, especially with Stibbles, because there's, you know, the way the companions work.
I am down for a Zatch Bell game. That'd be so fucking cool.
If anybody listening out there is a DM and you wanna you like Zatch Bell and you wanna make a Zatch Bell campaign, dude, hit us up, please.
Oh, please. That shit sounds great.
Oh man,
so,
anyway.
Continuing on here, this construct is friendly to you and allies. It uses the lesser Factorum stat block provided. In some places, the stat block will make use of your Warlock level and proficiency bonus. When you cast Warlock spells, you may choose to have the spell originate from your Factorum as if it cast the spell. So, yeah, you'd literally just be walking around with your fucking book. Zucker!
You literally could. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Okay, wait. So, I'm wondering. So,
yeah,
what is the Warlock, right? So, if you multi-class, into something, you know, you can make this. Like you could have this be like a what's the word I'm thinking of? Help me. The thinker, the
It's on the tip of your tongue.
it is. The one
Well,
that
I'll
works
finish reading this first part while
one
it
of
comes
the
to you.
machines, like the magical machines and stuff. Artificer.
Oh, Artificer, yeah.
You multi-class Artificer?
That would work quite well, I would say. When you awaken your Factorum, choose one of the 4 modes your Factorum may take: Blade, Shield, Halo, or Blast mode. Your choice will inform the appearance of the Factorum. You may use a bonus action to dismiss your Factorum and return it to its core. After you complete a long rest, you may reawaken your Factorum and choose a new mode.
That's interesting. So does the mode change the physical form of it?
Yeah, it does. It states that. So
I
you'll
can't-
have you have different combat forms.
Interesting.
Okay. So you got a form for like being more aggressive, more all that stuff. In combat, your Factorum shares your initiative count, but takes its turn immediately after you. You may use your action to instruct your Factorum. You may instruct it to take an action in its stat block or another action. Your Factorum can move and use its reaction on its own. But if you do not give an instruction, your Factorum can only take the dodge action. If you are unconscious or have the incapacitated condition, your Factorum can take any action of its choice, not just dodge. If you ever lose your Factorum or it is completely destroyed, you may spend 1 week and 100 gold to conduct an extensive search of your surroundings to excavate another Factorum core.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that because that feels like there could be a lot of shit that goes on with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And right here we see the lesser Factorum stat block, which looks, pretty reasonable. Proficiency bonus plus 12 for your AC. That makes its natural armor.
Wait, you know what I'm thinking here?
Yeah.
What happens if you put this core in a Warforged?
I wonder if the
oh my god, what if like your character, right, is a Warforged and they find this Factorium core and they put it in themselves?
Dude, what if your Warforged multi-classes into fighter to take Echo Knight and then does this?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna make this homebrew character. That sounds
dude, it's so fucking cool. So that was all for the first level thing. Then coming up on 6th level for a feature, we got autonomous operation. And you may use your bonus action to instruct your Factorum to take an action. So right here we got a few different things on the stat block that are interesting. I mean, it's really all your standard construct stuff. Mm-hmm. You can cast your spells through it. Cantrips, some of them seem to be restricted based off of what mode you have it in. Like Blast mode gives you Eldritch Edge and Eldritch Blast. Halo mode gives you access to Guidance. And Shield mode gives you Temper Metal.
What's Eldritch Edge? I from the name, I imagine it like coats your blade,
Oh, well, this he took it a step further. He added a couple extra spells and stuff for it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like IDBN don't fuck around. Like he goes all in when he makes a homebrew.
Oh yeah, this is really. I love the art for it too.
Oh, I know. I gotta find out where he got the art for this. Like it looks amazing. And let's see. At level 10, we got Android Evolution. Experience and observation built over millennia cannot help but solidify and metamorphosize into sapience and personality. Your Factorum evolves into a new, more complete, more personal form and gains a personality of its own. When you awaken your Factorum core, it now uses the greater Factorum stat block. Additionally, your Factorum can now speak, retain memories, has a unique personality, and can pass in eccentric but natural member of it can pass as an eccentric and
Oh.
natural member of your species.
Okay.
The first time you awaken your greater factorum, choose 3 skills and 1 instrument or gaming set for it to be proficient. And
full-fledged character.
And 1 damage type with it that will become resistant. Okay. When you reawaken your factorum core, you may select a new set of skills and a different damage type.
Damn.
So that sounds like a great way to like. It's like almost like having an NPC to kind of fill what your party is lacking.
Absolutely. I like this a lot.
Same. And then we're capping out at is that the cap out? I guess so. But we're going into level 14 for the patron feature again. Treasures of the Architect. For untold years, the architect's secret home has been hidden as one of the stars glittering in the night sky. It has been hovering there, watching. Now your factorum has regained contact and unlocked its powers for you to use. On your turn, you may use your action to do one of the following effects. Depending on the mode of your factorum, you may not do so again until you finish a long rest. Or finish a long rest, unless you expend a use of a Mystic Arcanum. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So you can use your Mystic Arcanum for this shit. So first up, we got Lightspeed Razor Hurricane Blade. If that's not an anime sounding attack, I don't know what is.
It really is. What the heck? It's so cool.
Okay, so Lightspeed Razor Hurricane Blade is only accessible in Blade mode. Your factorum transforms into a weapon and leaps into your hand. Then, in a flash of light, you strike out at the creatures around you. You can target up to 5 creatures that you can see within 60 feet of you. Your factorum, within you of your factorum. Okay, sorry. You can teleport to each target in turn and make 1 melee spell attack against it, dealing 6d10 force damage on a hit. Then your factorum returns to its normal shape, and you both teleport to a space within 15 feet of the creature you attacked. And you may target an additional creature for each level of Mystic Arcanum used above level 6.
Awesome.
So it's the instant transmission blitz ability.
Dude. Having this on the Echo Fighter, oh my god.
Okay, next is Adamant Guardian Warden Shield. Okay, not as flashy a name, but it's a shield mode ability. Your factorum transforms into a huge shield of translucent but nigh impenetrable material until the start of your next turn. All medium or smaller creatures within 5 feet of your factorum gain total cover from all effects and attacks originating from outside of the shell. Creatures and objects within the shell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are prevented from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend or be cast through the shell. You may extend the duration of the shell by 1 round for each level of Mystic Arcanum used above level 6. That's how you protect a party.
Wow. Interesting. I like it.
So you really can be the flex with this. And then we got probability altering automata Halo for Halo mode. So I guess this is where things become much more like you really have to decide what you're going to do with this once per long rest. Like, okay, it's almost like preparing a spell almost.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay, for the Halo mode, your factorum dissolves into a swarm of microscopic glittering flecks that hover around up to 2 creatures of your choice within 30 feet where it stood. Each affected creature gains 25 temporary hit points for up to an hour or until you dismiss this effect. No action required. When the creatures with temporary hit points from this effect make an attack or ability check, they may choose to lose all temporary hit points to treat it as if the die rolled is a 20.
Oh, hey.
You may affect an additional creature above each level of. Okay, so for each level above level 6 with your Mystic Arcanum, you can affect another creature. So you could boost the whole party so they got temp HP and give them each 1 nat 20.
That's really good.
That's boss ending shit, potentially. And then we finish it out with Celestial Bombardment Decimation Beam.
I love it.
That's for blast mode. Okay, so you must be able to see the open sky to use this effect. A beam of searing light falls from the heavens, destroying everything in its path. All creatures within 10-foot radius, 800-foot tall cylinder must make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC. A creature that fails the saving throw must takes 45 radiant damage, while a creature that succeeds takes 23 radiant damage. Increase this damage by 5 for each level of Mystic Arcanum above level 6.
Wow.
You don't even roll for that damage. That's just guaranteed.
Oof.
Dude,
Wow.
an 800-foot cylinder, you could fry a fucking dragon in the sky.
Yeah. That's like a satellite beam.
Yeah, you're calling it a satellite airstrike there,
Holy.
bud.
It's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, the spells.
Oh yeah, and then moving into the spells that come with this, it has some custom spells. Eldritch Edge, which that can be used by ranger, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. Range of 5 feet, instant, verbal somatic. You strike out with a weapon of crackling magical energy. Make a melee spell attack against a creature within range. On a hit, it deals 1d10 plus 1 force damage. The spell will last long enough to make more than one attack when you reach higher levels. So it's the melee Eldritch Blast.
Right. Nice. So it is like a weapon buff. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, so it's like, say you only have a dagger, but you use Eldritch Edge, melee magic weapon attack. Okay, now you're doing a D10 plus 1.
Yeah, you coat your blade in energy. I like it. Always love that stuff.
Yeah, and then we got Temper Metal, which is a bonus action usable by bards. Duration 1 round, somatic verbal. You reach out and ward a creature you can touch from imminent harm. Until the beginning of your next turn, the next time the creature takes non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, reduce the damage taken by 3. The damage reduction increases when you reach higher levels. 6 at 5th level, 9 at 11th level, 12 at 17th level. So, and that's a cantrip. Like, both of those are cantrips.
Oh, wow. God damn. Nice.
It's very specific.
I like it.
And then we got Arcane Weapon, which, okay, so this actually ties into, I think, something else that IDBN worked on, where this is part of the Inventor and Spellblade classes.
Okay.
Uses a bonus action, range touch, duration for an hour. You imbue a weapon with magic. For the duration of the weapon counts as magical. Any damage dealt by it's force damage. When casting this on a weapon with ammunition property, it no longer consumes ammo. And it can be upcast for more damage.
Interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
We got 2 more on... Oh, wow, there are other spells here.
Yeah.
So many. Damn. We got Scrap. Wizard spell, 30 feet. Instant. Spikes cover. Oh, so you can destroy a metal object used in casting the spell and reconfigure it. Okay, so you can use this to create spikes.
Okay, I see.
Little balls. You cover a 15 by 15 foot area in like 2,000 ball bearings. So this is more like some Scooby-Doo, like a reshaped Magneto type shit.
Yeah, I like it. You can make balls, spikes, fillings. I'm sure your DM can get pretty creative with your ideas. Yeah.
And then we got Dispel Construct at 3rd level. That you can attempt to purge a magical animated construct. Okay, well, it deals a certain amount of damage to it. So like that's specifically for trying to deal with constructs. Like you're just it's a damage spell for constructs. Pretty straightforward.
4d10 force damage. Oof.
Yeah, that's rough. And it has to succeed on a con save or be stunned for a minute.
Not bad.
Dude, you can take constructs out
Target
of the fight.
has less than 50 hit points remaining. When it fails, it's reduced to 0. It's an execute for constructs. I love it.
It is, and it kind of goes in line with how clerics have their their turn undead ability.
Yeah, exactly like that.
So I'd say that's pretty fair. And then we got at 4th level, Repair, another inventor spell. You touch a construct or inanimate object, causing it to regain 10 d6 hit points.
Damn.
Causing any parts of material that's broken away from the construct to reattach. Pretty straightforward. You're healing constructs. So you can break and mend things with this. It's just amazing.
You can also revert the states of aging to the condition it was in 10d6 years ago. Interesting.
Holy shit. Like you could resurrect, you could like be the person making your Warforge in the party. Like you make them all right. That's a top tier spell if you have a Warforge in your party.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I want to play a game with an inventor and this. I want to play,
Oh yeah, I'd love a tech campaign. That'd be cool as fuck.
Yes, that'd be so cool.
Okay, then we got another wizard spell at 5th level, Arcanist Intelligent Assistant. Now, I think all of these are on the spell list, so like you automatically get them, so no worrying about class spell restrictions. But this one lasts for 8 hours. You reach out, touch a set of tools that you are proficient. Okay, that you are proficient with, and magically imbue them with an limited intelligence. For the duration, the tools speak and will often give advice about what they guess their wielder is attempting. Then a creature makes an ability check with using the enchanted tools. It treats any roll of a 9 or lower as if it were a 10.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's like, okay, I take 10 on any minimum roll.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, finishing it off, because I've talked enough, we're going with 5th level light cannon for cleric and sorcerer.
Nice.
You release a beam of brilliant radiance. All creatures within a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide line must make a dex save or take 7d8 radiant damage, or half as much on a successful save. All flammable objects that are in the area or not being worn or carried ignite.
Nice.
Whew.
Wow.
We did it.
What a good one to end on, though. For that segment.
Honestly,
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It's really cool.
That's amazing stuff. I really like this. I might be biased because I really like IDBN's work, but it's just like,
yeah, I mean, shit, man. That's just a good class.
honestly, it's cool. I like it. It kind of it really gives a. You ever see that anime where like there's the little girl and like she's like with this forest golem, and like the golem's like all tech and slowly falling apart, and he's like kind of like a daddy figure.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think of that. Like, dude,
man, you could do so many things. You could do like a Digimon campaign. You could do like a
Metabots
campaign. You could do like a Metabots campaign. Dude, there's so many ideas.
Dude, this is the kind of shit that makes an Eberron game good, because like have your artificer, your inventor, your arcanist is like and then you got your little warlock that's popping this shit out. It's very on brand, on theme, fun shit. I give it a 9 out of 10 just because there's so much to unpack there. I don't know if it's all perfectly balanced, but I'm willing to try.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I personally think it's all seems pretty spot on. And if you go with a Pact of the Tome at 3rd level as a warlock, then okay, cool. You got your spell book for the Zatch Bell shit.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I
That's
would
good
want.
stuff.
Man, so many ideas now. Anyway,
Yeah, doesn't it get the brain juices flowing for campaigns and like as a player, like ooh, the innovation of being like, okay, I send my my dude to go do the thing.
man, I feel
Meanwhile,
like
like you got skills, but like you're kind of not all that useful on your own. You got to spend your actions and stuff to tell it to do things.
yeah, man, like I feel like your thing was so long, like my thing is so short. It's
I think that balances out in this
a
case
good
because like
duality for us, you know.
oh, we didn't even coordinate on that.
No, it's fine. I think it works out. Hell yeah.
Mm,
So check this out. I went to the good old Amethyst Dragon, you know, our good old friend, handsome man, and I
mm.
looked through some of his new stuff. And I found something pretty cool. And
Dude,
it's,
he makes new homebrew every day. How can you not go through it? You know what I mean?
you know, I got the Sorcerer Meta Magic, the Crashing.
Ooh, let me pull up that Sorcerer Meta Magic you're talking about because I saw it earlier. I didn't read too much into it, but you know I love Sorcerer Meta Magic type things.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorcerer is one of my favorite classes.
So pretty simple. As a reaction, when the casting of one of your spells is blocked by the use of counterspell, you can use 3 sorcery points, cause the caster of the counterspell to take 66 psychic damage. You can use casting spell even if you have already used a different meta magic option during the casting of the spell. So this is a fuck you to counterspells. I just thought that was pretty cool.
You know what? I like the idea there, you know?
Yeah. Pretty simple thing. Sorry it's so short. But you know, I like
It's so oddly specific, but if there's certain DMs where sometimes that's the way to go.
Yeah, especially you know if you're fighting a lot of mages, this would just be like a safe bet.
Yeah, like if you're in a magic heavy campaign and your shit's getting shut down by counter spells,
Yeah, I could
shut
even
down
really
counter
see this
spells.
working, you know, against like maybe magically, like anti-magic enchantments and armor and stuff.
I can definitely see that, and it's just like I really love meta magic, and there's not enough meta magic. Like when someone plays a sorcerer at my table, I take the time to homebrew a meta magic just for their subclass because I think every subclass of sorcerer should have at least one meta magic
Yeah,
specific to it.
I agree. 'Cause that's what makes them special. Like,
Yeah, it's their bread and butter, and the concept that sorcerers don't have subclass specific meta magic is just baffling to me.
yeah. But that's all I have for today. I don't know if you have anything
Just
else.
as well.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and end there.
That sounds about right. If y'all enjoyed the show or want to check out some more homebrews, you can follow us on the Twitter, now X or Key or whatever you want to call it. I did find out one interesting thing about that, Sam. You know, if sometimes if there's like a D and an X, it's like it means the director's cut. So maybe X is actually just the cut.
Is there a D? Oh, the cut. Oh, we out the cut.
Yeah, we're on the cut, dude. I made that connection last night, and I just thought it was mildly amusing.
What we're supposed to call it? Who knows?
Come on, dude.
Has he even told us yet? I think he fucking knows.
He slapped an X on it, and everyone's like, "Oh, it must be X."
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the rambling and the conversation and this monster. We hope you use it in your future games to terrify your players.
And stay away from those TikTok memes. That'll cause some serious brain damage. You need your DMs out there. You need your brains.
Please, we beg you. We are nerds, right? So what do we know?
What do we know?
Enjoyed.
All right. Good stuff, Sam. Good stuff.
Good stuff, my man.
Okay, I'm going to switch back.